Hi, my name is Brorman, and today I will be speaking on the topic of baseball. Baseball is a simple game that has evolved in a huge way to become the sport known as America's pastime. Just imagine, you're arriving at the field about to begin preparing for the game of your life. You smell the familiar smell of freshly cut grass, and you see all of your teammates in the dugout waiting for you. You lace up your cleats, grab your glove, and hit the field with what feels like butterflies fluttering inside your stomach. Playing baseball is a great passion of mine. I've been playing baseball since I was about 4 years old, and ever since I started, I've wondered how the game began. And so I decided to venture out, do some research, and share with you what I found. My three topics are going to be how the game of baseball became popular, how the game was invented, and lastly, how the game is today. Baseball has not always been America's pastime, and was not always so well known. Since baseball picked up after the Civil War, it has become what we know today as America's pastime. But it has not always been that way. Baseball is known as America's pastime because the sport is symbolic to America. Nothing beats sitting at the ballpark with your dad, with a hot dog in one hand and a cold drink in the other, just sitting back relaxing and watching the game. As the Bleacher Report states, nothing is more beautiful than a home run. Not the Empire State Building, not the pyramids or the Great Wall of China. Even people who don't care about baseball, it is something they can appreciate. Baseball is simple to understand, which makes it easier to grasp. And it also has no time limit, so games can go as long as they want. And folks, there's nothing wrong with sitting at the baseball park an extra hour just to watch your team stick it out and try to win. Each team gets 27 outs, which is a whole game, to prove that they're the better team. And that's what makes baseball so great. Next is how the game originated. The sport didn't actually start becoming popular until the 1850s after the Civil War. The New York Knickerbocker Club wrote the first set of rules and regulations in 1838, and Alexander Cartwright invented the modern baseball field in 1845. Since then, the rules have not changed much, and they remain mostly original. The first reference to baseball being America's pastime in 1856 from the New York Mercury newspaper, as People History states, the game emerged as a New York game played by immigrants. It really began to spread after the Civil War because cricket required finely cut grounds. It was harder to play during the war, whereas baseball could be played practically anywhere, and so it caught on more to the people that wanted to play. The first professional team was the Cincinnati Red Stockings, and it was created in 1869. The origins are not really known well, and nobody can really tell when it actually started. As long as there's been a kid throwing a ball or an object towards another kid with a stick trying to hit it, baseball has basically existed. Baseball is believed to date back as far as ancient Egypt, and a 2,000-year-old baseball is displayed in the British Museum in London. Baseball is believed to be a combination of cricket and rounders, two games brought to America by European settlers. But like I said earlier, in 1838, the New York Knickerbocker Baseball Club wrote the first rules and regulations of the sport of baseball in America in 1846. The sport has evolved a great amount since back when it began. Since then, there have been many World Series and many champions crowned in the MLB, which is the Major League Baseball, the league with teams that compete at a professional level. The most recent champion of the World Series is the San Francisco Giants, and they defeated the St. Louis Cardinals. Baseball is still played basically the same, except for there's a lot more professional teams and there's a lot more competition with these teams. Players generally get paid around $1 million or a couple $1 million a year, whereas the stars get paid around $100 million a year, which is a big jump from the minor leagues, which is the league before the majors, to the major leagues. And so baseball has evolved into a huge sport around America, and many folks have a favorite team or a favorite player they love to watch every day. And this is why I love baseball, and Baseball is my favorite sport in the world, and I love it, and I love to play it every day. And I someday hope to play professionally. The Baseball Almanac says that baseball is one of the greatest sports ever invented, and it is bound to stick around for a while. Thank you for listening to my speech and listening to me present my research. Thank you so much.